Hey, howdy, hey, and we are live. For today's video, I'm going to be going over the brand new episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Season 11, Episode 1. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Sandwich Hour community. Ding! You can also follow me on my other social media platforms at Sandwich Hour on all platforms. Do not send hate to any of the queens mentioned in this video, because that's not what these are meant for. These are meant for us to have a fun time over here on this side of the interwebs. Talk about all things drag race and have a cute little kiki. Again, like, share, comment, subscribe. I don't have much else to say other than this was a fun episode. It is a brand new season, and I am quite excited to get into it with you all. Oh, you can already see they're going the Irene route. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about with Dawn? You can already. They're going that. Anyways, I assume you're talking about Dawn because I could see that. Anywho, yeah, with Dawn, I agree. 100%. I could see that. I could see that. Also, Stop That Train coming to theaters June 12th. Stop That Train coming to theaters June 12th. Did y'all notice that voiceover? That was wild. Yeah, Dawn 100%. I 100% see that. But also, Dawn is doing very well. It's the dawn of a new era. The dawn of a new. I don't know. There's a joke there. Dawn is turning into dusk. I think I already made that joke. There are more jokes I can make about Dawn's name, but we'll have the rest of this bracket to make those jokes. Anywho, let's get into it. I do want to say it is an interesting season. I am curious to see how this all plays out. Michelle and Rue are there to introduce the girls. Up first, we have Morphine Love Dion. On this channel, we do Fab or Drab. Because, mama, if it's Fab, it's Fab. And if it's Drab, ooh, unfortunately, it's a Drab. But Morphine, you get a Fab from me, for sure. I love the Ladybug reference, again, because everyone always compares her to the Ladybug from A Bug's Life. And I can see that, especially in the mug. And I do love the reference. I love how she looks. I think Morphine is doing really well, honestly. We'll talk about it later in this episode. I personally, for me, I would have put Morphine in the top 2 this episode over Dawn personally, but we'll get into that. Overall, though, Morphine looked fab. Fab. Soft fab. Okay. Next up, we have Lucky Stars. I am happy that Lucky is back. It does feel very soon. I did say this during my original reaction to the cast. I still stand by that. I think Lucky is coming back a little bit too soon. But you'd put her in the top over her too. Yeah. But again, no shade to Lucky. I sometimes when it comes to All Stars, sometimes it feels a little randomized, and sometimes, meaning Lucky, I don't get. Give her a little bit more time to cook. Give her a little bit more time to grow as a drag queen, because sometimes I feel like she came in a little too soon. But hey, maybe she'll surprise us. She's giving me a little. a little bit of interesting. Interesting. I am curious to see how this plays out for Lucky Stars. Mystique Summers is back from season 2. Mystique has gone through a transformation. It's interesting. We'll talk about this more as the review continues. I think Mystique, um, when it comes to the early season girls, it's been such a long time since they have been on a working with production, and it is essentially a whole new production if you compare season 2 to where they are now. So coming in from jump, you're almost starting over as fresh, as opposed to the more recent girls who have a little bit more recent experience working with the production. So there's a whole nother level that they have to overcome in order to do well. And I think that might be what's going on with Mystique here. But I am very happy to see Mystique come back. Mystique knows what she's doing. I agree with Morgan. And again, Mystique, I'm very happy for Mystique to be back on that show, reintroduce herself. Yeah, good for her. Do I think she's gonna make it out of the bracket phase? Personally, no. And again, we're only 2 episodes in. This is another problem I have with the way that they're releasing it. What I would have appreciated if you do 1 episode, 1 bracket, next episode, the next bracket, and then you kind of do it in consecutive order that way, as opposed to doing chunks of each bracket. Because now Orange Bracket gets only 2 weeks of being on the show because the first 2 episodes come out at once, right? So they have today 2 episodes, right? Next week is their final episode of the bracket. It's crazy. And then the next week, start a whole new bracket. So they only really get 2 weeks of being like the girls. And it's a little unfortunate. And I wish they kind of changed that up a little bit. She's playing the game. Summers Madison. Yeah, I agree. She's playing the game. I don't. There's one thing she said where she said she was hoping to scoot on through this week and like play a little bit softer, which I get. But on the other hand, I'm like, you have 3 weeks, 3 weeks to make an impression, 3 weeks, 3 opportunities to make it out of the bracket. You don't have time for this. You don't have time to be playing those games because it is such a short time span. They are in the bracket phase. If you don't make it out of there, you're done. And other girls aren't playing it soft. So what are you doing? Anywho, I'm curious. I'm curious how that's gonna turn out. Morgan, I think, is an exception to this because Morgan came back for All Stars 3. So she's been back a little bit more recently. I remember watching All Star 3 and seeing Morgan and being very excited to have Morgan back. And I'm thrilled that she's coming back again. And again, how many times can I say again? I think this is gonna be a really great opportunity for Morgan. And I'm excited for her. I'm excited for Morgan. Yeah. The outfit's cute. Very 80s, very Morgan's aesthetic. And next up, we have Dawn. I'm obsessed. I feel like this is the more fully evolved Dawn than what we got on season 16? 16? Wait, Dawn, right? Dawn was season 16. Yes. She plays the game with Lucky, and Lucky doesn't. They are. I agree with Mystique and Lucky. Like the whole, Mystique was being nice to me, so I'm going to give her her point. Whew. I don't know. Ultimately, I think they're kind of playing games when other people are running away with it. So I get where you're coming from with that. But like, you're playing games. Well, Dawn is out here winning challenges, which is giving her points to make it through, right? Dawn has already won 2 challenges. Think about that. That's 4 points without winning lip sync. look at the material. Anywho, we'll get to that in the next week episode, which I will be reviewing tomorrow on the Sandwich channel. But Dawn looks fab. I love this. Fully realized Dawn, and I'm very happy to see her back on my television. Also, North Carolina girl. I'm from North Carolina, so shout out. Next up, we have one of my favorite drag queens, Akira C. Davenport. I mean, Akira, she knows how to do drag. Like, she is drag, and I love it. I love Akira. Akira is the body. And Akira looks fab. Yeah, I think Akira has a new lightness to her as compared to her previous stint on All Stars 6. She just seems a lot happier and a lot more happy to be there, and it's really nice to see. Um, I, I I don't know. There's something about Akira that she brings that's like she's becoming one of my favorite drag queens. Like, I need to go back and watch season 11 because like Akira is that girl. Was it something I said? Oh my god. Very funny. Very funny. Yeah, no, Akira's that girl. She's doing drag. Also, we'll talk about this tomorrow when I do my review for episode. What episode is that tomorrow? Episode 2. Wow, I'm tired. Akira with the whole, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Akira, sure. But Akira's that girl, becoming one of my favorite drag queens. I'm obsessed. Yep. And now RuPaul's going to explain the rules. This time around, there are only 2 queens making it out of each bracket, and then on to the semifinals. So, the opportunities to make it through are much lower. So, when you have queens who are kind of like playing small games and not winning challenges, you kind of are screwing yourself over if you really think about it. Because what are the chances that, it's a little unfortunate. Again, semifinals with only 2 queens, right? I noticed that 2 nails were on basically the whole episode. Yeah, no, I mean, that's drag. So, again, semifinals, and then you're competing for $200,000. I am curious to see who makes it out of this bracket. If I were to make predictions solely based off of the 2 episodes that have aired, I think there is very quickly becoming a top 3 because the opportunity. I mean, granted, we haven't seen who the points are being given to in next week's episode, but the top 3 are becoming very clear between Morgan, Dawn, and Akira. We only have one more episode, so I was curious to see. Yeah, you think Akira and Dawn? I could see that. Yeah, I did notice. Again, that's drag. This is what I mean with like Lucky. It feels like we're seeing the same Lucky from season 17, which is fine. But like, if you're gonna come back for All Stars, I want to see a more fully realized version, and it's not feeling that way. I don't know. I think it was too soon for Lucky to come back. Also, from Jump, we have Morphine and Lucky talking about forming an alliance, a Miami Girls alliance, right? Cut to next week when Lucky doesn't give her point to Morphine, and Morphine's like, "What are you doing? You're playing my face." Oop, mess. Then we have season 16 girls with Morphine and Dawn forming an alliance and being like, "Oh, well, Lucky will just be the 3rd, and we're gonna screw her over." So I get where Lucky is coming from, but also at the same, again, these are the sort of interactions that you're getting while having this short bracket in such a short amount of time. You get these conflict of interest happening. Is interesting. Was Morgan Entrance purse a real purse? Who knows? Who knows? Lucky's hearing things. How are you writing in reverse? Oh, what are you doing? They all come in with written verses, y'all. They all come in with pre-written verses. Oh, it's the crown I want, and it's the crown I'm gonna get, and Mama Ru, give me the crown. Speaking of, I'm wearing my Simone from season 13 shirt. Shout out Simone. My name's Simone, and I'm here for the throne. I love Simone. Anywho, I thought this was an interesting conversation talking about lyrics because, again, a lot of the lyrics kind of end up becoming rhymes and like nursery rhymes, and I appreciated that Dawn and Morphine were talking about not wanting to do that. Cut to. Anywho, this bag of air was so stupid. Ah! RuPaul is gonna come in and do walkthroughs with the girls. Up first, we have Morgan McMichaels. Morgan and Ru go back from season 2. They know each other. Ru was talking about going to see her perform at, she said, Peanuts, I think. So, like, Ru's seen Morgan. Ru knows about Morgan. Morgan's been working in the LA area for 20 plus years. Like, Morgan is a working diva. And I did think Ru was showing Morgan some respect in this moment and talking to her, right? Imagine if Akira and Morgan and the rest of cast Manila Dawn the next episode so she doesn't go on. Oh, I get what you're saying. So if more, maybe, but also next week is a comedy challenge, I think. So I'm curious to see how that goes. I mean, Akira had some really funny moments on season 11. Also, this moment when we found out more about Morphine's car accident, I didn't. I remember seeing it happen hearing about it happening on social media. I didn't realize like she broke her jaw, had to have her teeth replaced. Like that's a major incident, and like my heart goes out to Morphine. Like that's scary. I was in a car accident recently. Why am I telling you? Whatever. I'm fine, luckily. Like no one was injured. Super lucky. Super lucky. It's scary, y'all. It is scary being in a car accident. So like my heart it really goes out to Morphine. Is Morphine I think she's one of the dolls. I don't know how she identifies, and that's her business, you know. But I think she's one of the dolls. Ah! And also, like, this was just really hearing about it and like seeing Morphine push through and seeing Morphine where she is now. I've forgotten about it, and like it really. This is a lot. It's a lot, y'all. Next up, we have Akira and Ru talking. Not much happened here that I really need to talk to y'all about, but it happened. It happened. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of just scoot on past the rest of this walkthrough. Dawn's not gonna be mad. Oh, she is. Okay. I figured Belle was 100% sure, and like that's not my place to really like speculate on, you know. But anywho, cut to choreo, right? People are asking, "Oh, what's your experience with choreo? Do you dance?" And then Morgan is gonna become the leader, but at the same time, Morgan is asking everyone to show them what she can. No, Morgan is asking everyone to show them what. Wait, Morgan. is asking everyone to show what they can do to her. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. And I kind of get where Dawn and Akira are like, why do I need to show you what I can do? Like, this has nothing to do with it. You're not leading. Why are you doing this? What is the point? So I did think that was an interesting conversation, an interesting moment. Again, choreo happens. I'm kind of gonna cut to the chase because there's not too much else to talk about here, right? New day in the workroom. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm glad we worked it out. Now we have the choreo all settled. Everyone's happy." Yeah. What got me is when RuPaul asked Mystique, what was the fight about in the walkthrough? Yeah, I don't know. That was interesting. Again, because Mystique also goes back to the OG days with Drag Race. Yeah. I don't have too much else to say. Also, we had this moment with Lucky realizing, oh, I didn't realize it was going to be LaToya for the runway, right? So now LaToya, more, my God, Lucky is having to do human mug as opposed to alien mug. So she's like, I'm not super comfortable with this because this is what happened on season 17 when she had to do, she felt like she had to do human mug as opposed to alien mug, and then was at home, right? So I kind of get where Lucky's coming from, but at the same time, I'm like, I would have at least done more practicing with human mug before coming back for All Stars if you knew that was something that you weren't super confident in, and then needing another girl to help you. I'm just saying, interesting. Mystique is there helping her with the mug. For some reason, I thought it was Janet and not LaToya, but love LaToya. Yeah. No, it was LaToya. It was LaToya the whole time. I don't know what to say. Sure. Now we're on the main stage. Up first, we have RuPaul. What do y'all think of RuPaul's look? I'm gonna give Ru a fab, but it's not my favorite Ru look. And also for a premiere, I was hoping for better. But she looks nice. She looks nice. What do y'all think? The mug is nice. The hairband confuses me a little bit, but the mug is nice. What do y'all think of RuPaul's look? Anywho, what are y'all thoughts on RuPaul's look? Is it a fab or a drab? What are you going to give RuPaul? I love this better than the second. Yeah, that's fair. Better than the second episode. I agree. We'll get to the second episode tomorrow. Michelle, you look nice. I like that Michelle's there. Law is a rotating judge this week. Love Law. Very happy to see her. Yes. And our guest judge this week is LaToya Jackson. Shout out LaToya. You look fab. And I think she was a great guest judge. She really appreciates what the girls are doing. And I think she gives a lot of respect to the queens, which I love to see. Sometimes I feel like we have judges who don't really show the respect that they need to. And I feel like LaToya gave the respect that the queens needed and appreciated what they were doing. So I was happy LaToya was there. Happy LaToya was, yes. Breakdancing 2, Electric Boogaloo. Let's go over these verses and performances. Are y'all ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It was her birthday. Was it? Yeah, it was. I took a screenshot, and then I was like, I don't know if we like happy birthday, Lazoya. Yeah, it was her birthday. They made a whole point about that. Anywho, let's get into these performances of Breakdancing 2, Electric Boogaloo. Uh, Up first, we had Akira C. Davenport. When it came to her performance, I thought she did well. Was she the most standout verse? No. And I feel like she had a lot of to live up to, especially with like her season 11 reverse with the Miss Akira, where is the body? You know, that whole moment. And I think she did well. Well, but I don't think her verse is going to be one that sticks like her last time. So overall, she was fine. Not my favorite performance, but also not the worst, right? What did y'all think of Akira's performance? Oh, the look are fab. Akira always is going to look iconic. Like, Akira will not look bad on the runway. Ever. Ever. And shout out to Akira for that. But what did you think of the performance? What did you think of Akira? Akira C. Davenport. I thought she did well. Again, not my favorite performance, but she did well. And again, Akira is always going to look fab. Always going to look fab. Next up, we have Dawn. I thought Dawn did very well. I very much so enjoyed her performance. Was she my favorite of the night? No. I did think Dawn did well. I was very proud of Dawn, especially after season 16. I think she did very well. I thought she had some great presence. Her verse was great. Just not my favorite of the night. I wonder if we'll see Akira and Silky drama. I hope so. I know some shit happened, and it's like real life shit. I know, and I wish the best for both of them. They have to talk about it, right? Assuming they both make it through the merge, which Akira and Silky both should make it to the merge, if we're being honest. I hope we get a moment of them talking about it and talking about what happened so we can kind of get a better idea of what happened. Because I don't know, but I am curious to see how that plays out. But Dawn did very well. I very much so enjoyed Dawn. Hello! There are 6 people in this room. Make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Sandwich Hour community. Ding! You can also follow me on my other social media platforms at Sandwich Hour on all platforms. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Bang, 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 bang! The cast keeps talking about it. Ooh, I need to check that out. I haven't seen any of the press stuff because I've been like in a different world lately in my brain and getting back into Drag Race, right? So I'll definitely have to check out some press stuff because also I'm moving, y'all. In 2 weeks I am moving, so my brain has literally been other places. I've been packing, getting my stuff ready to move. Moving sucks, but I'm excited for my new place. I'm excited for a new start. Make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Help me make money. Oh, that's so cringy to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Anywho, yeah, I thought Dawn did well. I enjoyed her verse. Yeah, she did great. I had no problem with Dawn. I hate moving. Exactly, moving sucks. But I think it's gonna be a good thing for me, my mental health and everything. I think it'll be a good thing for me, getting me in my own place, getting me new scenery, new location. I'm excited. I'm excited. I am excited. But moving sucks. Anywho, next up we have Lucky Star. Lucky, I kind of low-key forgot about. Again, this isn't meant to be me shading Lucky, but Kennedy said she supports her niece, but when she's wrong, she's wrong. Wait, which niece? Because they're both Davenports. Which niece? I need to know. Who's the niece? Because they're right. Wait, no. Akira is Davenport. Soki's not Davenport. Okay, so she's talking about Akira. So Akira is in the wrong? I don't know. I don't know the T. I don't know. Anywho, let me know. Let me know what you know. It must be Akira, right? Because Akira is a Davenport. Silky's not in Davenport, right? Silky, no, yeah, no, Davenport. Okay. I think I figured that out. Anywho. Yeah, Akira. Alright, I was right. Cool. Loki forgot about. Anywho, let's continue on. Wait. Oh, Morgan. Morgan, I think, did very well. I think her verse fit the era very well. Again, Morgan lived in the 80s. She knows the references. She knows, right? She gets it. She gets what she's going for. And I think she did it very, 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 very well. For me, I think Morgan was one of my favorite verses and performances. And I was very happy for Morgan because I think this was a great moment for her to come back and have this, right? So I enjoyed this as well. She did say that when she was, and when she is wrong, she's wrong. I don't know what happened. I don't know. They have to talk about it, right? Because they were good friends. They were good Judies from season 11. Anywho, next up, Morphine Love Dion. Morphine had one of my favorite verses, if not my favorite verse. And I thought the whole commentary about her outfit was stupid. That was stupid. They were looking for reasons not to put her on the top to play with Morphine. And I thought that was stupid because Morphine had the best verse of the night, best performance of the night. Morphine should have been in the top. Let me know what you thought about Morphine Love Dion. If your auntie is saying that, then you know it's something. Yeah, low-key. Because when it comes to drag family, I don't think drag families can talk badly about someone unless there's some sort of truth to the matter. So I again, this is all from an outsider perspective. I haven't looked into it. I'm not part of that drag family. That's me just looking at it from an outsider perspective. So, for example, everything could be completely different, but I get what you're saying there. Anywho, Morphine was my favorite of the night. I thought the critique about her outfit was stupid. She looked great. It fit the vibe. It fit the aesthetic. Fit everything. God look and love the verse. Exactly. I'm irritated. Like, they're playing with Morphine. Anywho, next up we have Mystique Summers Madison. The outfit fit the part. The performance did not fit the occasion, right? I think Mystique could have done a lot better, and this was unfortunate. What I disliked about Dawn's verse and anyone's verse that does this, spelling out their name, yeah, I get that. Except Detox. Detoxes will always be iconic. D to the E to the T to the O to hold it. X. Like, that's iconic. So I get where you're coming from. But there are exceptions to that rule. And I do think Detox is an exception to that rule. So I get where you're coming from, Katie. But I do think there are exceptions. I feel like that made her maybe. Anywho, I think Mystique did well, but was not the best of the night, right? Again, more towards the bottom. If I were to rate verses, it would go Morphine at top because I thought Morphine's was the best. Then for me, I would put Morgan and then Dawn, and then Morphine, Morgan, Dawn. I don't know from there, but those are my top 3. They did for sure? Okay. I believe you. I'll have to go back and check it out. I've seen this episode twice. I didn't notice that, but again, second time I was mostly focusing on getting screenshots. Category is LaToys R Us. Why didn't they just call it Night of 1,000 Latoyas? That was weird. Anywho, Akira looked amazing. Akira looked amazing. Akira is the body. Akira looked amazing. Akira had my favorite look of one of my favorite looks of the night. Akira ate it up. I thought the critiques they gave her was stupid. The wig is iconic. The hair is iconic. The mug, oh my god. Akira is an ab-fab. I am obsessed. Also, I appreciate that she didn't do a Moulin Rouge look because everyone else did Moulin Rouge. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, can't be ripped. Exactly. That's what's gonna be iconic. But back to this. Akira had my favorite look of. Okay, who is your favorite look of the night? Because I'm actually conflicted between two right now. I'm gonna say Akira had my favorite look of the night. I'm gonna go and say it. Yep. Yeah, Akira looks amazing. No notes. Ate it up. Ate it up. And she made the look. She made this look. Shout out to Akira. Yeah, she made. Oh my god. Akira is such an iconic drag queen. Like, it's stupid. Not stupid, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, what can't Akira do? What can't she do? There's a joke there. There's a joke there. Oh my god, there's a joke there. Oh my god, there's a joke there. What can't she do? I'm not going to make those accusations. Moving on. Oh, not gonna continue that thought. Not gonna continue it. I'm not gonna continue it. But Akira looks amazing. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Favorite look of the night. Dawn. This is where Dawn ate it up. Dawn. You wish Akira's dress was long? I didn't agree. I thought that was perfect length. I thought it was great. Anywho, Dawn ate it up as well. This is the other one that I was gonna put in the top. The body, oh my god, Dawn! Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Dawn? Are you kidding me? This is hot. This is This is a word I can't say on YouTube. Oh my god. What did y'all think of Dawn's look? Again, this is my other favorite look of the night. Like, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's stupid pretty. It's stupid pretty. What did you think of Dawn's look? Please let me know. While you are here, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Become part of the Sandwicher Hour community. OMG. Wait, about Dawn? What are your thoughts? Fab or drop? This is the other one where I want to give it an ab-fab, but I can only give one ab-fab. Who do I give the ab-fab to? Akira or Dawn? This is a conflict. Dawn looks incredible. It's a whole new Dawn. It's a Dawn. Dawn. Anywho. You wouldn't have noticed the length if Latoya. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. But Dawn, this is iconic. This is great. This is such a good look, Dawn. Oh my god, such a good look. Oh my god. Dawn, you ate it up. You ate it up. No. Next up, Lucky Star. I did not like this. I did not like this. You liked Curious, blah blah. It should have just been long. I hear that. I the mug is bothering me. The mug is bothering me. I don't like the mug. I don't like the mug. I don't like the mug. Ugh. And the outfit isn't anything to really write home about. This is what I meant by, like, I think she should have waited longer to come back for All Stars. This feels like something we could have seen her bring on season 17. And no shade, I wanted more. Ah, you hate. I hate Lucky's makeup. Not to bring up Nikki, but like, oh my god. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Anywho. Morgan McMichaels ate it up. Another fab. Another fab. Was it my favorite look of the night? No. But Morgan ate it up. Yeah. It felt very one for one, very correct, very much giving the reference. She knew what the reference was and she gave it correctly. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's embarrassing. Oh my god. Morphine. Another ate it up. Like, it's stupid. It's so. It feels like they aren't playing on the same level. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like they're the four of them, and then there's Lucky and Mystique. It's not the same level. It's not fair. It's not fair. She's not going on for sure. Not Lucky. Yeah. Oh, you didn't like. You're talking about Lucky. Go back. I agree. Or look, wait. You're talking about Lucky, or you're talking about Morphine? I need to know who you're talking about. Are you talking about Lucky or Morphine? Because Morphine looks fierce. Wait, look. Was it? Ah! It's Lucky, right? Did we talk about Morphine? We're on Morphine. Okay. Yes, Lucky. Got it. Morphine ate it up. Morphine, again, one top looks of the night. So good. So good. Why was Morphine not in the top? Why? Why was Morphine not in the top? Why was she not top 2? What are you doing? Drag Race, what are you doing? Why was Morphine not in the top 2? It's unfair. Y'all are playing in her face. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Y'all are playing in her face, and I don't like it. Anywho, look, Morphine, you look fab. And then finally, we have Mystique Summers. I did not like this. I appreciated what she said about her mom and her mom's favorite color being purple. I appreciated what she said, but I did not like the look. Totally off subject, but this is super fun. Thanks. Make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Super Mature community. Because they are green Dawn, if you know what. Yeah, I agree. I can see that. But I also think Dawn is doing well. I think Dawn is coming back as a more fully realized Dawn, and I'm happy to see it. But I get where you're coming from in terms of like placements and everything. I get it. But yeah, not my favorite from Mystique either. Mystique was more towards the bottom for me again. It's kind of Mystique and Lucky towards the bottom, and I'm like, I wanted more for you, both of them. Let me know what you thought about Mystique's look. Ah. I'm not gonna go as far as to say like it's terrible, but it's not giving what I want. What did you think about Mystique's look? Was it Mystique? No, I'm not gonna make that joke. Not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. All right, if I'm not hearing much, I'm gonna move on. Move on. Any comments about Mystique? I wish it was blue like the original and bigger. It's drag. I want to see something. Anywho, bigger, bigger. All right, y'all. We're quickly wrapping this up. I've been talking for almost for 45 minutes. Wow, look at me. Look at me in the gift to anywho. Not gonna make that joke either. You see, there's so many jokes I could make, and I'm like stopping myself. I'm stopping myself, which isn't very much like me, but like trying to keep it family friendly, trying to keep it appropriate, trying to keep it within the TOS of YouTube because I don't need them coming after me. I already am not being promoted like I would like to be to grow my channel. But yeah. Big the better and closer to God. Yep. Bigger would have been better. Bigger is better. And so the top two are going to be Morgan McMichaels and Dawn. I was a little bit surprised. No shade to Dawn, but I thought Morphine should have been in the top. Also, can we talk about there's something up with Morgan's forehead that is bothering me. The mug is something's off. I can't tell if it's the wig or the hairline or what it is. Something feels off. Like I feel like the brow bone is like big and it's looking big and that bothers me. I don't again, let me know what you think it is. Maybe it's the wig. If it wasn't I want a bigger wig that's going more forward to take away distract from the forehead because it feels like we're just seeing forehead. Which is fine, but I don't there's something about it that is bugging me and I can't put my finger on it. I can't put my finger on it. And again, that's not meant to be shade to Morgan. I something's bothering me about it though. I again I can't place it. I just can't place it. Anywho, Dawn, you look fierce. So they each get 2 points. They're each in the lead, and they're going to be lip syncing for 1 extra point and $10,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Who? Do you know how much $10,000 would help me right now? Oh, anywho, they're lip syncing to "Such a Wicked Love" by Latoya Jackson. What did y'all think about this lip sync? Let me know. Oh, you loved the lip sync look? Are you talking about Dawn? Because Dawn looked fierce. I'm not obsessed with Morgan's look. Personally. But there's something up with it. Anywho, I'm going to stop looking at it because it's going to keep distracting me. For me, the lip sync winner was very clear. I think Dawn tried her best, but I think Morgan understood the song better, did a better performance, felt more like her vibe, the song did. So for me, it's a very clear winner to Morgan McMichaels. I think Dawn did better than what she did on her original season. I will give her that. But again, I think Morgan bested her personally. But again, shout out to Dawn. She did well, just not the best. All right. Yeah, shout out Dawn. Shout out Morgan. Yeah. Yeah. Morgan really fit the vibe, and the performance was great. Yeah, Morgan wins. Congratulations to Morgan McMichael. She gets an extra point and $10,000. So now Morgan has 3 points. Dawn has 2 points, and everyone else has the 1 point to give out at the beginning of next week's episode. And that brings us to the end of this episode. Oh my god. Stop That Train, coming out June 12th. Are y'all gonna go see Stop That Train? Coming out June 12th. Oh my god. You want to see Morgan versus Cure? Ooh, I want to see Morgan versus Morphine. Morphine is such a good lip syncer too. Oh my god, there's some really fierce lip syncers in this group, and we haven't gotten to see Morphine lip sync, and I don't think we're going to, and I'm upset. Anywho, because this week was the next episode is the design challenge, which I will be reviewing tomorrow on the Samachara channel. So make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Ding! So you can be here tomorrow for tomorrow's review. For episode 2, because they released 2 episodes for 1. Yeah. That kind of brings me to the end of this review. I am curious to see how this all plays out. Make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Sandwich Hour community, as I've said already. Tomorrow I will be reviewing episode 2, the design challenge. Probably around a similar time is my goal. I like the 4:45 premiere time. I think that's good. I will also continue to do them live. So this week I will be having that review tomorrow. And then I also want to try to put together the rumored cast list for season 19, because that has been kind of out already for long enough, I think, at this point. And then next Friday is the final of this bracket, so we'll be reviewing it next Friday as well. And then the following Friday is when I move. I signed my lease on Friday. Movers are coming Saturday. So I'm probably going to try to get my review out on Friday is my goal. I don't know what time I signed the lease, so maybe I can have it earlier in the day and then I can come back. I don't know. I'm going to try and make it happen for y'all. If I don't, I'm sorry. I will try. Again, that's 2 weeks from now. So be aware of that. I just want that out there so y'all know in case something happens, right? And I'm not posting on Friday like I usually do. But that brings us to the end of this review. Y'all, my mouth is tired. I don't know how people do these live streams for hours on end. I don't get it. But I had a great time with y'all. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for being part of the conversation. Thank you for commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, become part of the Sandwich Hour community. Whew, my mouth is tired. I will talk to y'all later. Any comments? Do we get 1 or 2 episodes next? Only 1. I believe it was only the premiere week where you get 1, where you get 2. Every other week should be 1 episode. So the words. So I will continue to do my reviews on Friday. Once I move, they may be moved to later in the day, depending on what my Fridays are like. Yeah. Like, share, comment, subscribe. That brings us to the end of this live stream. I will see y'all later tomorrow with another review. Bye, y'all. Ding.